Yes, autopay. So these two are gone, and now all I have to do is tag in with everything. And this should win us the game here, right? I mean, they can block here, but it's not really enough because we have 4 trample damage. Hey, what's up, Planeswalkers? What are we doing today? We're going to be playing some Gruul Aggro. I made this list right here. I'm still a little bit wondering about some cards, like I might want a 4th copy of Bonecrusher Giant, maybe instead of a Spikefield Hazard and stuff like that. But I feel with things like Lotus Cobra in the format, having the Spike Hazard removal on turn 1 or turn 2 can be quite important, so I'm keeping it in here as it is right now for the time being until the meta has a change. So what does deck want to do? You want to go into your 1-drop, 2-drop or 3-drop, and then favorably you want to cast either an Embercleave on your 4th turn or a Questing Beast, and that should generate enough pressure to the opponent to be able to win you the game right there. We are a little bit, well, how to say, it's a little bit hard to mana fix nowadays because we only have the Temple of Abandon, which is a tap land, which I'm not a huge fan of. And then other than that, we only have the Pathways, which doesn't really work that well in a deck like this because you need to mana fix for several different colors. You need to mana fix for double green, as you can see with the Garruk's Harbinger, Questing Beast, and these 2 cards. But you also need to fix for double red with the Terror of the Peaks and the Embercleave, which can lead to some mana issues. I'm not sure how to fix that, to be honest. I might need to maybe make some cuts and go for one team, like just Terror of the Peaks or just Elder Gargaroth, and keeping it a more of a green heavy mana base, but oh well, I will just take the losses if I do get mana screwed, and it's just the way it is. We don't have all the mana. Maybe a deck like this would perform better in a historic format, but then you have things like Goblins winning on turn 3, while this deck wants to win on turn 4, so that's not really a viable option either. That said, let's just jump into a standard event right away. Yeah, let's save this. I made some last minute changes just now. And where can we find the event? In here, let's see. So a standard event, here we go. And what shall I pick? Probably the gold, right? I'm finally starting to build up a little bit of gold again. I'm quite happy because the past few weeks I couldn't really build many decks, but yeah, here we go. We are at 0 wins now, and let's get started, shall we? Okay, so looking for our first opponent now, and let's have a look what we are up against first. This deck is fast. This deck can really, like, when you play a Gruul deck, you know very early on if you're going to win the game or not, because depending on the opponent's removal. So let's have a look here. So I could put an Edgewall Innkeeper down on turn 1, and then next turn put the Temple of Abandon down. I think that's a good play, so I'm gonna keep this. Actually, should I play these both next turn? Let's think for a bit. So we're up against something with black mana. Yeah, let's play both Edgewall Innkeepers next turn just to be safe, because they are likely going to be able to remove one of these a turn. So if I put both of these onto the battlefield and we do draw into a 3rd land, we get the card draw with the Lovestruck Beast, which is quite nice. And which is Cottage? I'm not sure what the opponent is playing, but it sounds kind of janky. The benefit of playing a deck like this is because it's not a top tier deck, you tend to get some more favorable matchups than usual, so that's quite nice. But I have no idea what I'm up against. The opponent is really taking that time. Okay, Orzhov, maybe a priest deck, I mean a cleric deck. Why do I call a priest? Okay then, so first drop, second drop. If these two somehow survive, we're in a very good spot because we will get 2 draws after Lovestruck Beast, and then the turn after that we can Embercleave. They gain some life. The Cleric grows. I don't think the deck runs a whole lot of removal. The attack in, I'm not gonna block, of course. Maybe I should turn the sound of the game down a bit. It's a little bit loud, right? I guess this should be better now. There we go. Let's check in OBS a second. Yeah, this is better. I'm sorry that the game sound was a bit loud in the beginning there. But here we go. So put this down and I'm gonna go for the Lovestruck Beast, which will draw us 2 cards. Now we are kind of burying them in value, right? Because how are they gonna make a comeback now? We drew 2 cards there, and next turn we can actually draw even more if we don't go for the Embercleave. I might even go for the card draw just to build my board even further. I can attack in here with these 2. I don't think they have flashy creatures anyways. And let's see, so I choose for the Dimir sleeves. Like, for those of you that watched my Mulligan video, I was talking about how your sleeves can help the opponent, how the sleeves can help you predict what the opponent is playing. So I thought, since I always have a Lizaf avatar, I should put the Dimir sleeves on my Gruul deck. Just to catch them off guard. They might think that I'm like Dimir rogues, but actually nope, it's just Gruul. So Dire Tactics, we did not really get value with the Embercleave there. Like, I would have loved to have attacked in here and dealt 12 damage to them, but it looks like we are just going to Bonecrusher Giant instead next turn then. Alright then. This is interesting because if I cast this on their thing plus the Spikefield Hazard, I can also kill this kind of. But I think getting the Bonecrusher Giant down and getting the 2 draws is more valuable here, right? So let's go for the card draw then. There's another Spikefield Hazard and another Edgewall Innkeeper. Let's put this Innkeeper on the field as well, just in case we draw into more adventure stuff. And here we go, we attack in for 2 damage again. I might even block the Cleric with the Bonecrusher Giant next turn. Let's see, I think they have another Dire Tactics. No, they do not. They do not. They have a Light of Hope. Well, good thing I didn't Bonecrusher Giant, stomp, and then try to Spikefield Hazard that then, because that would have been quite bad. Or maybe I should just jump block with the Edgewall Innkeeper. I mean, I'll be able to deal quite a chunk of damage next turn. Kitesail Cleric, alright. Okay, blocking is no longer an option, and they go in for 5 damage there, down to 9. And let's think about this a second. So I will play this out first. I can ram through, and this is instant speed. Yeah, what I'll do is I'm gonna attack with everything, put the Embercleave on the Bonecrusher Giant, and I will ram through the Kitesail Cleric, and that should deal a absolute ton of damage, right? So let's fetch another red source for the time being. I think we win the game here, but I didn't calculate it fully, but I think we win here, so does the opponent have another Light of Hope perhaps? Then maybe we don't win here, but let's go with this. I want to get all the damage I can in here, so I am gonna play the Embercleave now. Waiting for the opponent to react here. They are really taking their sweet time. So put that on the Bonecrusher Giant, and then I will ram through onto the Kitesail Cleric. That will deal some damage to myself, but It's fine. It's fine. Oh, well. Ah, well. They screwed me over there. This deals do 2 damage to them though. I wonder if the excess damage still goes through here actually. I'm gonna do this to deny them that play. Maybe the 2 damage would have been more interesting, but I kind of like this. Now it's scary because if they can manage to deal 2 damage here, we are pretty much dead here. So the ram through damage didn't go through when the creature is gone. That's a shame, but maybe we still win here. Then that was a very good play on their part. I'm quite interested in what else is in the deck. So this is a 6-drop now, and they put a Lurrus down. Yeah, they don't really have what it takes to get through here, right? So what are my options here? So attacking with the Bonecrusher Giant is an option. If I get rid of these 2, can I? So one, yeah, I can get rid of both of these with the Shatterskull Smashing. Let's go ahead and do that then. Let's set this to 3, and this one and this one. 2 damage here, 1 damage. Yeah, submit this. Yes, autopay. So these 2 are gone, and now all I have to do is attack in with everything. And this should win us the game here, right? I mean, they can block here, but it's not really enough because we have 4 trample damage. Alright, so we won the first game. Perfect, perfect. Quite happy about that, and let's move on to game number 2 then. There we go, off to game number 2, and let's have a look what we're up against next. That first game was quite cool. We had a very fun matchup, bit of a fair Magic matchup. Well, if you can consider Gruul fair, I guess Gruul is fair, right? Because it doesn't have a huge self-containing value engine in it like most decks do. But let's have a look. So we have no green mana here, and we have only green creatures. This is a oh, we do have green mana. I thought this was a mountain for a bit. Well, in that case, I'm definitely gonna keep this one. We have a 1/1 human on turn 1, a Scavenging Ooze on turn 2. It's a very good hand, actually. These pathways keep confusing me. Also, the double-sided cards, for those of you that have been watching other videos of mine, you will see me messing it up quite frequently that I don't realize that something like a Shatterskull Smashing is actually also a land. Oh, a Robber of the Rich. Is Robber of the Rich better here? Let's see, 3, 4, 5, 3, no, they have, oh yes, they have 6 cards in hand, so Robber of the Rich is definitely the better option right here. We stole Rankle, nice, nice, Rankle will be very useful. Unless they kill the Robber, of course. This kind of forces them to deal with the Robber now, which is in our favor, I suppose. If we can get another green land, I can put the Scavenging Ooze and another human down to make sure I can cast the Embercleave on curve, but if not, I will likely just put the Lovestruck Beast down. Okay, so Lovestruck Beast it is. Let's see if they want to counter this. No, they do not. They do not want to counter it. So, what I'm afraid of here is they probably have the Thought Thief in their hand, so attacking in with the human is not really favorable here. Yeah, there we go. They would have blocked this thing otherwise, so in this way we were kind of able to dodge that. Next turn, however, I'm probably going for an Embercleave here. I keep this Shatterskull Smashing for later. I mean, the sorcery speed on rogues can be quite powerful actually. There is a Wind Robber and they decide to attack and that's very greedy. Ah, they got rid of our forest. That's a bit of a shame. Oh well, oh well. So this cannot be countered by Drown in the Lock. But they might have other counter spells that can get rid of this. What should I do here? Do I risk it or do I just... The thing is, I could also just attack in and see how they react, right? So let's attack in. If they keep up counter magic, I will probably just cast their Rankle. Okay, they make it easy for me. Thank you, opponent. Thank you for making it so absolutely easy for me. They don't block? They do not block? What? Golem body, then you are not gonna be happy, so put this on there. And now they need to keep our blockers or find a way to remove the Lovestruck Beast. That's not the way to remove it. So we just went there because we are up against a very greedy rogue player. Let's have a look. So we can just put a 1/1 down with the Lovestruck Beast in a bit. There's a land. I will sacrifice this. I mean, the play that they did, like, let's say I would have sacrificed the Lovestruck Beast. I would have just equipped it to the 1/1 human and still have one. I don't understand why they didn't keep up at least one blocker, but... Oh well, whatever floats their boat, I guess. So, go with this. Good game. Yeah, let's tell them good game. It wasn't a good game. You kind of made some misplays there, opponent, but oh well, I also make a abundance of misplays when I play, so you're not alone in that. Anyways, let's move on to game number 3. We won the first 2 games so far. Maybe we can go for a perfect run with Gruul. Would be quite nice if we can. So up against the third game then, and let's have a look what we're up against next. Sorry if I'm coughing a bit once in a while, my throat is quite uncomfortable. I've had a bit of a throat infection for quite a while now. So let's see. It's a cool hand, but tap lands are not my favorite. I'm gonna mulligan this. This isn't great, but at least we have a Garruk Harbinger on turn 3, which can help us to fetch more stuff, and we have some removal as well. I guess I will keep this. I know it's a very greedy keep, but I don't want to go to 5 with a deck like this. So let's keep... what should we keep? Let's keep 1 removal spell and the creatures then. Okay, questing bees on turn 4, great. So I might even want to save this then. Actually, never mind. I'm not gonna save anything if we're up against Mono Red. Get rid of that right away, please. So this goes down as green. Next time we have a Garruk's Harbinger, which will be quite hard for them to deal with. Probably seeing another Grimrock Knight. Well, they kept a shady hand. There we go, Garruk's Harbinger comes down. We have double removal, which is very good against the Mono Red deck. Because the Ram True, it says target creature you control deals damage, it's not a fight. I will take the 3 damage there. 4 damage, okay then. Well, in that case, I am definitely gonna remove that thing. Let's get rid of that. And yeah, let's cast this now, I guess, just to be able to dig a little bit deeper. 6 damage to the face, and let's have a look. Questing Beast, yes please. We are 1 mana short still, but we should be able to get there. I mean, we are kind of ahead of them. We still have another removal spell as well. I think I can survive 1 turn, so let's go for the Questing Beast play now. The good thing is that this thing has Vigilance, so next turn I can even block this thing. Yeah, Rub of the Rich, please. Do I block though? Annex comes down. They do not attack in. I mean, let's put this one down first, and then next we ram through onto the annex, and this should be game, unless I'm mistaken. Because the tokens this creates cannot block, and they can only block 1 of the 4/4s. Yeah, good game, opponent. Spikefield Hazard, I see, and they scoop it. Alright, so we won this game as well. The Gruul deck, quite good I have to say so far. Of course it's biased, we only played a couple of games and quite happy with it. So 3 wins, 0 losses. Let's move on to the next game then. There we go, up against Megara. I like doing events like this because it saves me a lot of editing time. Like normally when I make a video I need to cut all the scenes in between, right? But the way that it works in the creator program, you need to post the whole list, the whole video from front to end in order to be able to to be able to get rewards from the creator program. So kind of a fan of this kind of format. I might do more events like this in the future. So do we keep this though? It's a risky key, but I like Questing Ooze and Embercleave in the same hand. I'm gonna be greedy and keep it, I guess. So we up against... so we have mana fixing for red the coming turns. I will start with a Edgewall Innkeeper, see if I can maybe lure out a... Okay. So... I want to remove this, that's for certain, because this thing is really too good for them to have. They put a Soaring Tarteef down. I'm gonna block if they attack in, because... yeah, I'm gonna block because I need to get this off the board before it becomes a 3-2. Then it's problematic for my big creature, so there we go. This is kind of nice. Yeah, let's scry, and a land. I will keep it actually, because we have 2 Spikefield Hazards, which is really nice. Another Soaring Tarteef, so this is gonna become a 3-3 then. Ah, there goes the land. Oh well. Yeah, I forgot when they attack and they also mill. Are we just dead here, I wonder? Put this into play, and I mean... gonna take another 6 damage here, I guess. Mill some more, and yeah, not a fan of all the milling, but... and we also milled our Elder Gargaroth, so we don't really have the reach, a big reach blocker next turn. My turn. They probably have a counterspell. I think we kept a way too risky hand and it kind of punished us, but oh well. I will try to go for Questing Beast, but it's probably getting... What? What? It did not get removed. Okay then. Okay then. We're still on a 2-turn clock though. I mean, next turn, if we can cast Embercleave, this becomes a... So what do we need? We need a ram through, I guess. Alright, there's another land, so I could go for the Embercleave, but that only puts them down to 6. On the other hand, I can try to cast this and put a 3/3 on the field with reach. They did not keep anything. So give this one reach then. Here we go, and in we go. Of course, this can still get bounced by a Brazen Borrower, but this could potentially buy us a turn. Oh well, they won. Fair, they got the game. Let's move on to the next one. That was a little bit unfortunate. I mean, we did not have any of our removal spells to get rid of these, so oh well, it's just the way it is. Let's move on to the next game. So 3 wins, 1 loss so far, still doing quite great. Hopefully we can get through the rest of the event with only 1 more loss. And now we are waiting for the next opponent to appear on our little screen right here. So let's have a look. There we go. We're up against Bandcamp. Alright then. So what are they playing? Let's see. Turn 2 Stomp, turn 3 Garruk's Harbinger into a Bonecrusher Giant into an Embercleave is a viable game plan, I guess. Let's keep this. We also have double red and double green mana fixing, so whichever top end creature we draw, we have the mana for it, and we're up against Yorion. Ugh. I don't like Yorion. I really don't like Yorion. I should have checked this maybe when mulliganing. Now the stump feels a lot worse. I forgot to check. Yeah, let's just stomp them in the face. At least this has protection from black, which can be useful against Yorion decks sometimes, but I'm not sure if they're actually running any black mana in this. I will attack in first. Maybe they have some flashy nonsense that we can ram through. They do not. Okay then. And we hit nothing. Absolutely nothing. Bonecrusher Giant, go. Are we seeing a rat next turn? No, we are not. We are not seeing a rat. Otherwise, they would not have countered that thing. Buddy, that... Wow. Wow, you are greedy. You are really greedy. This gives me so much value. So, a Lovestruck Beast is the first thing we find. And what else do we find? A questing beast, so checkmate, I guess. I mean, what can they do, right? Yeah, checkmate. Wow, that was a greedy play on their part, but we won that game. Alright, waiting on server. What are we at now? 4 wins and 1 loss. Oh, I'm starting to feel it. We might reach the 7 wins today. I hope we do. Would be very cool if we did. Well, it is a very fun Gruul deck, right? I think, especially for new players out there, if you're watching this video, a deck like this is easy to navigate. My wife, she hardly plays Magic the Gathering, but whenever we do play Paper Magic, she always plays Gruul because she just likes putting big creatures on the board and making me sweat with all the value she's generating. But anyways, let's have a look at this. So I will keep this, but how do I play this? I think going for the Temple of Abandon on turn 1 is the best play here. Embercleave, very nice. Up against Mono Red. Okay, then I think we can outvalue Mono Red. I'm gonna do it like this, and I'm not gonna take any chances with them generating more value after a Fervent Champion. Against Mono Red, you need to really make sure you keep clearing the board as much as you can. Okay, they got rid of my creature. I know this is counterproductive, but I'm gonna play this out as a 5-5 because I think having a blocker against them is more important than an attacker right now. Unless they cast something that has flying and you cannot block. That's another option, of course, but here we go. Westing Beast, next turn we can Embercleave. The next time we put them down to 10, I guess. Oh my. Oh. What just happened? I did not expect that. I did not expect that at all. Yeah, I mean... Bonecrusher Giant, are they gonna attack in again? They are still attacking in, down to 9. This Phoenix of Ashes is really doing well for them. Yeah, block it. Good job, buddy. I love that. I absolutely love that. Questing Beast. Perfect. Down to 9, and if we can survive next turn, we should be good to go. I think I will go for the Lovestruck Beast because that allows me to put a 1-1 on the board to let this one attack. And maybe I should have played the mountain earlier. I would have had a forest available if I tapped properly, but oh well. Rob of the Rich. Fervent Champion. Fervent Champion. Okay, okay, very spicy. Are they attacking in or not? So, Questing Beast dodges all of these. Can I do this and still... No, I cannot. I cannot do this and also equip it. So, but let's put this on the board then and... let's think. So this is 10 damage. This cannot be blocked. If I attack them with... this should be lethal, right? Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. Because they had to block this one for sure. They cannot block this. And then we still had... How much? 6 damage coming through. Yeah, it was lethal for sure. So, awesome. Time for the next game. We go, hit the play queue, still 1 loss and only 2 games left until we reach the 7 win, so quite excited about this. Maybe we can actually make it. So up against Zizou, Zaizu, whatever it may be. Let's have a look. So not a huge fan of this hand, simply because we have 2 tap lands here. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I am gonna keep this anyways. Yes. Yeah, let's keep this. Maybe we draw into an untapped land source here, would be great. That's not an untapped land source. What should I fetch though? If I fetch a green source, I can activate the Scavenging Ooze more frequently, I guess. Let's not give them any information yet, I suppose. This is a hand that can lose you the game. Ah, okay, so they are also a little bit mana screwed right there. I'm gonna go for the green source because we do not have an Embercleave, but we do have a Elder Gargaroth, so I kind of need to double green mana fixing. Oh, there's another green. In that case, I can play this one as a red source, right? There we go, and we go in with the Rob of the Rich. Next turn we can Lovestruck Beast and Scavenging Ooze. I can also use my Ram True to remove something if they happen to play something that I want to remove. Okay, so we could be seeing a Lurrus. That's something I definitely want to remove. There we go, let's do the Ram True first then, and this onto the Lurrus. There we go, Lurrus is dead, and with a 1-1 human onto the battlefield, back in with the Rob of the Ridge again. Next turn we can put down a Scavenging Ooze. I might fetch a green source just to get rid of stuff in the graveyard, because I don't like Lurrus shenanigans. The Scavenging Ooze kind of helps against that. If we do end up drawing into a Embercleave, then we will be a little bit screwed, but we didn't need to. We already have another green source, so let's go with this, because I really do not trust them having a Lurrus in the graveyard. Let's get rid of that one. And I'm gonna sacrifice my Rob. Do I though? Do I sacrifice my Robber? Yes, I sacrifice my Robber. Let's just do it. Let him double block, and I can eat the Scorpion with the Ooze. There we go. Some damage there, some more damage there, and we straight away eat the Scorpion in the graveyard. Now this becomes a 4-4. They might have removal in the deck, though. I think the Rakdos deck does run some removal. I should build this list. This looks like a fun deck to play on the channel, actually. Another Lurrus. Yeah, that's not great, but activate this then and fetch a red source. I mean, the Elder Gargaroth is going to generate us a lot of value, right? So might as well do that. I don't really feel comfortable getting rid of the Scavenging Ooze, so I'm gonna say no attacks for the time being. I don't think they're gonna attack in here, but if they do, the Elder Gargaroth will activate. Fire Triton comes down. Milston. Ah, they got value. Ah, that's a shame. They do not attack in. That's quite smart. I need to get rid of this. And that's a tough one. I mean, let's do it like this, and I am gonna lose the Elder Gargaroth here, unfortunately, but I think it's worth it. So let's create a 3/3 beast. They are gonna block with that Maya Triton, of course. Yeah, there they go. So we lose the Gargaroth, but it does allow us to... Oh! Okay then, that's quite convenient. I did not expect him to block with both like that. But that puts a bunch of stuff in the graveyard, and I'm gonna eat the Maya Triton because I think that one is the most dangerous for them to have with the Lurrus. And what do we do next? So they have 3 cards in hand, and they put a Stormfist Crusader from the graveyard on the battlefield. 3 mana left, so what are they doing? Likely something in the hand has to be a... Something in the hand has to be a land, right? 2 of these on the battlefield is really great with the Edgewall Innkeeper that generates us a bunch of card value. We draw a land and we draw a Questing Beast. Okay, Questing Beast is good. Put this down as a green source then. And I guess it's time to attack in. I will attack in with the Scavenging Ooze and the 3/3. They can triple block this if they want to, but that's not really beneficial for them. Do I attack with the 1/1? I mean, if I attack with the 1/1, I mean, if... Oh well, let's not. Let's just attack like this and see how they are gonna handle this. A Paragon, a Black Lance Paragon. Okay. That's also quite good. We lose the Scavenging Ooze here. Maybe I should not have as easily have sacrificed the Scavenging Ooze. I do not have any other plays, so I might as well gain a little bit of life back, right? Let's do this. And another one of these. There we go. That got rid of a bunch of their stuff. 2 more death triggers right there, and we got an extra card from them. That's very nice of them. They only have the Black Lance Paragon in the graveyard. That's not really too great, but let's see if they actually cast that thing. How much mana do we have? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we are... No, we are 2 mana off from casting both of these. They put another Bastion on the battlefield, and they put the Black Lance Paragon down as well. They are hard to beat, I have to say that. They are very hard to beat. Okay, waiting. Garruk's Harbinger. Can we cast both? We cannot. We can cast both of these, right? So let's do that. Put this down, put this down, and I mean, and we go with all 3 of these. A block there, and okay, they block that and that. That's another 3 damage and 4 damage to us. These Bastions are really starting to generate them a bunch of value, right? I'm not sure if we can outvalue this. We need an Embercleave or something, because this is getting a bit out of hand, I have to say. Do they attack in? They Roxa. Get rid of the Edgewall Innkeeper then, and 2 more triggers right there. At least we kept the graveyard relatively empty. So 3, 4, 5. We cannot do both of these. I think I want to see if I can get a 4-drop off the top, or maybe another land to put the Vivien down. So I'm not gonna cast the 1/1 human here. Get 2 draws. There's a land, perfect, and there's another Garruk Harbinger. Let's go and put this down. I think getting the Vivien down now is kind of good. Ooh, a questing beast on top, that's nice. So let's plus this and something with trample then. Attack, 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 like this. You are losing the Garruk Harbinger next turn probably, but oh well, it's worth it I guess. Down to 11, we lose 4 life again. We get to fetch something with that as well, that's kind of nice. Oh, wow, wow. Sorry, Questing Beast, but this is better. This is just better. We can remove the Loris. Ah, we have another removal. We are gonna take an absolute beating though, aren't we? Can we win next turn, I wonder? I mean, they lose 1 life. This is actually, this is triggered, so get rid of this. We need to win next turn, that's the thing. Oh, did they just win? No, right? No, right, they don't have enough stuff in the graveyard to cast that thing again. Oh, oh, actually, no, they don't win yet. They don't win yet. Well, removing their creatures next turn is no longer an option here, so let's get rid of this thing then. But if they attack in here, then you're screwed, right? Like, either way we are screwed. I hope they don't see the play that they can attack in and win the game here, because no matter how we block here, we lose. They did not see the play. Okay then. Okay then. Well then, I'm gonna do this first of all. This will make me take 2 damage. Then I minus this one, play this. Yeah, I get a bunch of card draws here. I will fetch a... Actually, let's play it safe. I'm gonna fetch the Scavenging Ooze. And I'm gonna eat the Proxa. I will eat the other Proxa. And I'm gonna eat the Loris. So now we are not in lethal range anymore, right? Attacking with everything. Let's see if they got it. Do they have it or not? I mean, they could block this one. Let's say if they block this, that's 5 damage, right? Blocked, so 8. Isn't that lethal? Okay, okay, fine, fine. So we won there. They actually had lethal there. The thing is, we were at 4 life, right? And they had 2 creatures on the battlefield. Well, not really. They did not have lethal because I could have used my 1/1s to block the. I could have used one of my 1/1s to block the Lurus and make sure it doesn't die. So they did not have lethal completely. I was wrong. I was wrong. But that puts us at how many wins now? 6 wins, I believe. Is it? 5 wins. I can't remember. I can't remember. What are we at? 6 wins. 6 wins, 1 loss. I hope we make it. I really hope we do. I could really use a 7 win today. And yeah, here we go. After the next game. So yeah, how many shots do we have? We have 2 shots to win a game now, right? And then make it into a 7-win victory. Up against Rian Lu. And let's have a look at our hand. A little bit on the weak side, but I do like putting the Harbinger down on turn 3. I'm gonna keep this. Who goes first? Ah, I forgot to check who goes first. Do I go first? I do. Perfect, perfect. We get to steal something from the top of the deck as well with the Rob of the Rich, which is really nice. What I like about Rob of the Rich is when you mulligan and you put cards back into your deck, usually that means that you will have less cards than your opponent, and that will allow you to steal something. A giant killer. Okay, I don't mind if they want to trade with the Edgewall Innkeeper here, because we don't have any adventure spells. They do trade. And we put them down to 18. So next turn the Garruk comes down. Oh, they are mana screwed. Well, I'm gonna capitalize on that. We are mana flooded. We are really mana flooded here. But oh well, it's just the way it is. That's the giant killer again. I kind of like having this removal spell available to us. And they're gonna fetch a white land, I guess. I think this is green-white. Oh no, it's not. It's not. It's Niger, whatever you call it. It's not even nine. It's not even that. What? What are we up against? What is this? No problem. Let's attack in with this. Let's fetch something nice off the top of the deck. I like the questing beast. Let's get that, and I will play it now just for mana efficiency. And we are really pulling at. Maybe this is some kind of a Omnath Adventures deck. Okay, so are they gonna play anything here? The perfect draw now would be to get a Robber of the Rich off the top, so that I can attack in and still use the that's not great, that's not great. So we are losing one of these, right? Do this, and Edgewall Innkeeper, no thank you for now. Well, one way or another this thing needs to go, right? So I'm gonna tag in anyways and just do it like this. Down to 8, and I mean, Bonecrusher Giant, a Ram True would be great right now. Not a Ram True, but it is something nice. Shatterskull Smashing, that's really good with all this land we have. So let's plus this one and Don't think the trample really matters here, right? So let's go for Vigilance. Put this on the field as a red drop. And no attacks for now, because I think I can Shatterskull Smashing and put all of these, like at least put the Bonecrusher Giant into the graveyard. They fetch a land, and what is the 3-drop? Oh, 3-drop. Okay then. Yeah, do it like this. And how much can we cast this for? Let's first of all toss this, put another Vigilance creature down. And how much do we have? 3. Let's just do it like this. So we can do this for 7, so for 5. Alright then. I hope they don't have counter magic, but they shouldn't, right? We go. Yes, I'll pay that. We take 2 damage from that. They have blue mana available, so they could technically have some counter magic here. But personally, I kind of expect what they have in their hand to be a Brazen Borrower that's going to bounce the Questing Beast. That's what I expect. That's my suspicion. Or maybe I'm wrong. Them passing like that is kind of good. So here we go. We are going to see one of these bounced, I guess. Maybe they just bounced the token because that one doesn't return to our hand, right? Oh, they don't bounce anything. Okay then. Could they have a board wipe here? Let's see. Technically they could. They could have a... They scoop it! Alright then, so... We got a 7-1 run today with Gruul Aggro. That's really good. That's really nice. So let's go ahead and see that. Yeah, 7 wins, 1 loss. Really good deck, I have to say. Let's straight away claim the prize here. And we got a bunch of gems and an uncommon. There we go. And let's have a last look at the deck. So what do I think about the Gruul deck? I think this is a very good deck. I have to say the Vivien can be quite good in the current format, especially with Euro out of the game. Like, without Euro, this feels more like a value engine than it used to, so I don't know. Maybe the deck needs 4 Shatterskull Smashings, because like you saw there, that really won me the game there. It's a really good card. I'm personally not a huge fan of the Turn Timber Symbiosis, but there are some people that are, because like you saw in all the games that we played, we only had 1 game where we reached like 7 mana, I believe. Not that we reached it in more games. I think only 1 game we reached 7 mana, so personally I feel most of the time this is just going to cost you 3 life, which may cost you the game against a mono red deck. So I'm not a fan of this, but I do like including 2 of these Shatterskull Smashings, like I said. But yeah, I had a lot of fun with this. I feel the build that I made right here is probably one of the more stable ones. I will probably drop the Rimrock Knight in favor of another Bonecrusher Giant. In fact, I'm gonna do that right now. Let's do it like this. So for ranked play, I think this is one of the more optimal lists. As for the Terra Peak and the Elder Gargaroth, both of these are very solid creatures, so it's kind of up to you to decide which one of these you want to run in your deck. If you have 2 Terra Peaks but you don't have any Elder Gargaroths, then definitely just go for the 2 Terra Peaks. And if you have 2 Elder Gargaroths but no Terra of the Peaks, just go for the Elder Gargaroths. It doesn't really matter much. They are both very viable, so yeah, that's all for me for today. I hope you had fun with this Gruul deck, and It's been a while since we've done a Gruul list on the channel. I'm kind of happy to play some Gruul again, and I'm looking forward to play more of this in the near future. So, if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button down there, because we're trying to reach 1000 subs. And if you have a deck you would like me to play on the channel, just let me know down below. Anyways, thank you all. Thank you for watching. I hope you will have fun with this deck and see you all in a day or two with the next deck, maybe even tomorrow, depending if I have time to record yet another video. Take care.